Hey everyone, we're here in Halls of Torment. So today we're going to do an updated shard farming guide. So the overall method is pretty straightforward. You go into Torment mode, you do some runs into Torment mode to get some gold, and then you go into the vault and spend your gold doing some speed runs in there. Now, we'll break down a few different things in this video, so check the timestamps if you want to go into the vault section, or will be a bit later on in the video. If you find anything useful though, smash subscribe, and let's get straight into this. We are going to start with a build here on Landy that we can do at Torment 25 here. I'm going to show you that we don't need any shards or whatsoever to do this sort of build. Where is he? Where is she down here? We're on level 0 in terms of the shards right now. So what we're going to take in is some healing items. So Bloodstained Wrappings and Defiant Plate is going to be our sort of defensive core with the boots. Going to be our defensive sort of setup here. We're going to go in with a base damage ring. The Holy Relic Duality. This thing every 30 seconds is going to cast Holy Light, which is going to heal us, and then it's also going to drop a power up. And we're going to add one of the newer items here, the Warrior's Fervor. Activates when picking up potions or healing magic for 15 seconds plus 100% damage and attack speed. And a permanent 2% movement speed buff, which is kind of fun. We're going to round it out with War Chief's Visor for extra force and damage. Pretty straightforward. And we're going to use Mark of the Rituals for this one. We're just going to take the extra force stuff that the Mark of the Rituals gives us. So that's where we're going to get our stats from. As I said, we're going in with absolutely 0 shards for this one. Let's go over the artifacts here, because this is pretty important. The first artifact you're going to want to run, what's it called? Malignant Mirror. 3 lords appear at the end of a run instead of a single lord. This is the way we're going to be able to get more shards out of doing our Torment runs. We're going to do it at Torment 25. At this sort of range, all of the bosses in here are guaranteed to drop 4 each, so we'll get 12 per run. If you go higher than this, they don't drop any more than 4 each, even at Torment 36. So there's not really any point to go higher. Unless you want to farm gold a little bit more efficiently, you can push this up a little bit higher, depending how comfortable you're feeling. But for 0 shard sort of range, we're going to go in 0.25. So what else is important here? The Golden Scarab allows us to get more gold, which is kind of nice. And I'll just go over what we've left off. This one, just so I can show you guys, that doesn't really matter. We like to get the purple gear throughout the run. So we've got this one off and this one as well. So we can choose the gear. This one is off, so we can select our abilities. This is off for movement speed purposes, as is this one and the Hitless Dagger as well. And then we just got Face of Regret and Idol of Hunger off, as these two just nerf the player. Scorched Hand we've absolutely got off, as it just does too much damage to us. And then we've got Silver Cut off, as that is reducing our stats by 20%. So that leaves us here at Torment 25. So let's go in and I'll show you what this is about. It's actually not too hard. Sounds like it could be kind of difficult, but it's actually not too bad. Now, we could start with something like Needles or whatever, but we're actually going to do our Morning Star for this run here. Okay, so Landy is just a great all-round character to use. We get the extra defense as we level up. Speaking of leveling up, we might be a little slow on the level ups early here. Let's take a little bit of extra movement speed, though, so we can get around. Okay, yep, we're definitely taking that thick hide. Pretty important to build up defense in a run like this. Let's take that crit chance, though. It's also good. Metabolism is all right to take, but we're actually going to take force out of there. Our main abilities that we're going to take here are going to scale our force in this run. And damage is, obviously nice as well. Okay, in terms of your potions, you could save them for later on, or you could spend some now and get some extra goodies out of here. Extra regeneration percentage is nice, and extra movement speed is also nice. Why don't we drop one down here and go for the extra regeneration? We can get out of there. We'll spend a roll. There it is. Okay. More defense, which is perfect. Our defense is 46 right now, so we're going to try and scale that up as much as possible throughout the run here. The Defiant Plate is going to give us a pretty good chunk. We're going to try not to get hit early game. We're going to take one of our Reverberation Tinctures and duplicate the 20%. Okay, now our value, the defense value will hover up and down because we have the Defiant Plate going. Let's just take Dedication, the defense stuff out of there. Get movement speed is alright. Weapon proficiency, we can just take the projectile stuff there too. Not too bad. Morningstar is both a melee and a projectile in this game, which is interesting. We could leave the white chest on the ground for now. We could just pop it and see what's in there. It'll probably only give us a green later on anyway, so we could just pop it now. Take the XP. I want to try not to take too much damage early game here. We'll be alright once we set ourselves up just a little bit more, but for now, it's early enough. So we play a little careful still. As you can see, we do get the pickups, and we get the Holy Light healing thing. If we run over that, we should be able to get our stats going. Okay, let's go for Morningstar base force there. We get, what is it? Damage and attack speed. We'll take Bulwark when that comes up just for extra defense. So a run like this is pretty straightforward. I mean, we're not doing anything like technically that crazy aside from just speccing pretty hard into defense early to stay alive. Aside from that, you know, get that 15-second buff. See the timer on the right there. And we've got piercing wounds. Let's take that. Increase the base critical damage. Okay, we've got some more regeneration down here. We'll just re-roll to get the defense. I'm going to use another one over here on another defense. Going to put us up to 91, which is significantly better. We've got a movement speed pick up there now too. We will take multi-strike while that's on offer, because that's a nice one to take for all of our abilities. Okay, we've got a chest down here. We can pop the chest and see if we can get some nice purples. We did get a passive Defiant Plate to show up straight away, which is just, I mean, fantastic for our survivability. We probably don't need to take any more regeneration now on top of that, to be honest with you. We'll probably be fine now. Use our potions for Ring Blades and Morningstar type stuff. We'll take Arcane Splinters as well. So do these stack on top of each other, or does it just refresh the timer? How does that work? Looks like it just refreshes the timer. That's alright. It'd be nice to have them spare lying around during the boss fight. One of the reasons we like this ring is it makes the boss fights pretty straightforward. The boss fights with this setup is going to be pretty easy anyway. Okay, let's take those ring blades next. Force. We don't really want force that much. We don't really need the health that much right now. The long fingers is actually not bad to take. We do want to level that up. Okay, let's keep going here. Keep going on our dedication. Okay, we can roll here. What do we get? Force and damage on a War Chief's visor. We taken that. Thank you. You know, plus 10 base damage on Morningstar is not bad. We can take that one. We like the base force out of there, attack speed, multi-strike. I mean, all of the stats on Morningstar are pretty good. Let's keep going on Ring Blades now too. You see, we've got the invincibility pickup now as well, which is nice. Well, didn't last that long. Level 3, we can just take this one. So we can grab a level 3 upgrade. Nice and early. We could take Spike. Or do we roll? Maybe we roll for Butterfly early. Check out that regeneration. Kind of crazy. Okay, movement speed. We don't really want that one. Let's keep going on long fingers. And we could run around the map, collecting all the other scrolls and stuff now if we really wanted to. But we're actually pretty safe where we are. We'll see. What can we get? We could take Transfixion as our last ability. We're only going to take 4 abilities in this run because we have that artifact on. Okay, Ring Blades. So these 0 shard runs, I mean, they're not actually that hard once you sort of figure out what you're doing in this game. It's just important to really get your defense up pretty early in these runs, and it just, man, it makes all the difference. And of course, if you have a bunch of Torment Shards to spare, you can put them in damage and force on a build like this. If you want to be really, really tanky, you can put them into HP, but I just don't really think it's necessary. Unless you're going up super, super high Torment, above 30, you might want to start considering putting some shards into HP as well, but... base force is really nice here. Let's take that. We haven't taken a lot of base force for this thing yet. We've got another purple chest. Okay. What can we get here? Fevra's Potency. What's the difference between the purple 15? That's 200%. Ooh. Yeah, we take that upgrade. Thank you. Alright, let's grab one of these. Test it out. Oh yeah. Let's go. Keep going on the damage there. Okay, at this point we're probably just strong enough to like face tank everything anyway. Took us a few minutes to set it up with 0 shards, but... And it's not the only loadout you can use, of course. You don't have to use all these items, but... Man, all of this together just keeps you so healthy as you go throughout these runs. Oof. Which one do we want? Maybe every 20 seconds is actually better. Right now... Allow us to take even more power-ups. Let's get that force going over there. I guess we could hold on to this one now. Try and get the other one. I prefer the other one. Okay, let's go Cyclone here. Piercing Winds, absolutely. More crit damage. So as we get a bit further on into the run too, we'll see more enemies dropping the big gold piles too, which is one way that we're going to be able to farm extra gold in, you know, this sort of run. Okay, we can probably net, I mean, pretty much well over 100k. Haven't actually done the calcs in a while. Let's go for Morningstar. Go for another purple chest, man. We're getting pretty lucky with some of these. We don't actually want this stuff, though. Okay, we can go attack speed on the ring blades. That's excellent. As you can see, we can just pretty much face tank everything right now. As it is, but we'll move around the map. Let's go for some more of the ability scrolls, maybe. Force, we could just take force. We could take movement speed too. Go around a bit quicker. Okay. We'll take our arcane splinters now. These are the 4 abilities we're going to go for in this run. Okay, we got the extra defense here. We're just going to basically set ourselves up, and once we're at a point here, we can just, I mean, we pretty much can just AFK. We will need to select our traits as they come up, though, so you can't really 100% AFK, but... Okay, we're almost at dedication. Don't really want that one, though. Base radius on grenades is kind of fun, I guess. Why don't we just take that? Yeah, so we can totally just set ourselves up at a certain point and just AFK the rest of the run. We're pretty much set. Our damage will slowly be increasing with the War Chief's Visor that we have equipped. Our, you know, we can take the extra range and stuff on Ring Blades here as well. On Morningstar, rather, as well. Why don't we go for a run, though, quickly, and we can take some more of the ability scrolls around the map. Level up our other choices as we go in here. Okay, I'll take that thick hide as well. Okay, we'll use the movement speed pickup we just got to our advantage to go up for the scroll. Maybe attack speed would have been better there, but it doesn't really matter too much on Transfixion. It's not our main. But I will take advantage of the extra projectile damage that we get there, so that's nice. Got another one. Alright, this is going very well. Could probably push this closer to T30 now too. I don't even know. Maybe. As long as you don't have the scorched hand on, that thing will just ruin your day. Okay. What do we want to see here? Piercing. Yeah, we'll take piercing. Okay, we've got a bunch of drops back down here anyway, so we can just go back down. We like taking attack speed there too. In fact, since we're up here, we may as well go. We'll take the spiky chain. Okay, we don't mind going into fragile here now as well. We haven't maxed out crit chance yet either. You know what? We'll get more XP as we go. It's alright. This definitely is a back-heavy sort of run, this sort of setup. I mean, as we focus on defense and stuff early, we will end up doing, you know, well over 1 billion damage here, though. Don't worry about that. Okay, again, we didn't really get anything very good there. We'll take the XP. Okay, we're getting pretty close to level 60 right here. Doesn't really matter which one we take there for Transfixion. Okay. We head back down. Okay, we've got Warlock's stance to show up here. We actually want the other stuff in there, though. Let's take Piercing Wind. Okay. We'll see how we go. I mean, we're doing all right here anyway. We're basically dominating the field with 0 shards, which is pretty fun. Again, man, unlucky, huh? That's all right. We'll keep going. We don't really need the extra ability scrolls that much anyway. We'll just take the extra gold from them. Another way you can farm a little bit of extra gold. It's not really that much. The only problem with the way we've been playing here is our pickups are just going to be littered all over the all over the map randomly now. So actually makes more sense to kind of set yourself up. That's the 3rd time that one's come up. Huh? That's unlucky. Let's go extra attack speed. Yeah, it makes more sense for us to just set up a base of operations, honestly. Okay, we like the boots, though. Why don't we just axe you and take you? Thank you. What is our defense at in this run here anyway? Let's take the splinters. Got up to 219, which is actually pretty insane. 90.7% damage reduction. I mean, that's why we're basically invincible right here. Base attack speed is also pretty nice. Why don't we take that? Do the stage objective too. Since we ran into it, we may as well. Let's go arcane splinters. Yeah, so it makes more sense at this point in the run to set up yourself a nice base of operations like this until you hit the final bosses. And by the time you get there, your damage is going to start spiking here. It's going to go pretty crazy, especially if we can get ring blades up to... We'll take the extra grenade there. Ring blades up to level 10. Like ring blades and Morningstar, if we get them both up to level 10, our damage, overall damage is going to be pretty crazy. We'll take unrest as well here. Thank you. For chance, only level 7 right now. See, what we might do is go up for this, grab a hand. Did we take the elemental one instead? We might have accidentally. Here we go. So we're going to do this, and we're going to take our Reverberant Tincture, and we're going to duplicate base force and percentage force down here. It's going to give us a big increase to our overall DPS output here. You can see it's skyrocketing now, or not skyrocketing, but increasing, I should say. Okay. Another chest here too. What do we got? Movement speed. It's not stuff that we really want to mess with right now, so that's fine. Attack speed for a projectile is interesting. We definitely want to drop a potion down here. This one's also gives us a big chunk of extra force, so we could consider taking the attack speed. We don't really care about the magic damage too much, so we can do the shift B here. Why don't we do a couple of those? That didn't show up. That's unlucky. That's fine. We'll take shift B instead. Okay, yeah, we want to kind of get our our power-ups all kind of close by to each other. We'll definitely take the extra attack speed there. Physical attack speed is more valuable in this setup than magic damage, as our big damage dealers are going to be Morningstar Ringblade combo here. Okay, here we go. We got the other one we like. Very good. If at any point we do want to go out and get another attack speed buff, we can just duck out. Okay, let's just take a Ringblade upgrade here. We can duck out and grab another one of these. That'll refresh the timer back up to 15 seconds. Okay, at this point, I think we'll just take the base damage over here. We're getting pretty close to level 80, so we can get everything up to maximum level, all of our abilities. Okay, what do we want now? I guess we'll just take Transfixion up here as well. Okay, blade size is actually not too bad with damage. That's actually not a bad one to take. We'll take that. Extra Transfixion upgrade 2 we can take. What have we got? Attack speed for melee and projectile. We don't really want to go the big negative damage stuff on that one. I think actually we'll just take the multi-strike. Multi-strike is a great stat to have. You can sort of see the combination that we got going on here. I mean, we got insane damage reduction and regeneration coming from our plate plus our gloves. We've got big damage output coming from, coming from a variety of sources here, but coming from the force stacking plus the helmet that we have equipped. We can afford to do another one, try and get the base. We can also drop force one there. Okay, this is what I'm talking about with a big gold pile. So now that we're at this point, we do want to... you know what? We can take the extra potion and put it on Ring Blades. I think Ring Blades on this sort of run probably does end up being our highest damage overall. Morning Blades, you need to force stack pretty hard for it to outpace the Ring Blades. But then again, we'll see. We'll see what ends up being the strongest here. Okay, so we're just going to take all of these, basically. Why don't we head up for a... I guess we could head up for a grab a hand, or we could just sort of chill at this point. Look, we're just... we're killing the big heads as well, which is pretty interesting. Okay, we're just going to sit here for a little bit and level up, and then we're actually going to come back, so we shall return. Alright, we skipped ahead a few minutes. As you can see, we've tallied up over 3 billion damage. We've totally littered the field with gold and XP and everything. All these pickups. And we have a bunch of grab hands lying around. So we're going to absolutely collect everything here before the end. So we can move around. There's no need for us to stand 100% still or anything like that. But as you can see, we just picked up... Oh, boy. Alright, well, you know what? We'll just level everything up at this point. Try and go through these screens nice and quickly. Okay, as you can see, we're at level 118 as well. One other thing I wanted to show you, over 230 defense, which is kind of crazy. In the current patch, that's pretty high. As you can see, there's just like gold and XP littered everywhere. It doesn't really matter what we take at this point. We are way strong enough to deal with the bosses. But yeah, so this sort of run, we might even end up over like 4 billion damage or something here, which is kind of crazy for 0 shards. As you can see, the ring blades are kind of littering the field here completely. So we've taken the cyclone and the piercing blades on the ring blades. We've taken butterfly swing and spiked chain. I think maybe I encountered a bug here because we got all 3 abilities, although I don't have the ring on, so I don't know what happened there. And then we got transfixion. I took painful and amputation. This one, it doesn't really matter so much on transfixion what you take. As you can see, though, I've just leveled everything up to level 10 here. Once you've maxed out these two, everything else is just to get it leveled up. You don't really need to fuss about what you take for these ones. As you can see, though, we just have these healing pools lying absolutely everywhere. If we want to go grab one of them, we can totally take one for the extra attack speed buff it gives us. You can see on the right-hand part of the screen there. So we're, what, 40 seconds away now. Just farm everything while we're here. I mean, we may as well. Okay, let's see how these bosses go. We did end up over 4 billion. Look at that, 4.4 already. And just check out these boss fights. I mean... And he died so quickly, we couldn't see how many shards he ended up dropping. You can see 4. And we can be assured the other guy dropped 4 as well. So we get 12 for the run. And we ended up with... I didn't collect all the gold at the end there, but you can run around collecting all the gold. We ended up at 4.5 billion damage, which is pretty crazy. Okay, so you have a collection of gold to work with now. Let's show you how to earn some shards from the vault. So we're going to use the cleric for this one. Going to go in with a movement speed focused loadout here using the hood. Using the 2 rings, using the movement speed boots, reactive defiant plate with the Thorn Fist's retribution. It's important to use this one and not the vacuum. Now, we're going to use Gatherer's Charm for 10% extra movement speed. Now, we're going to do 2 runs in here. I'm going to show you 2 different setups. Number 1 is without any shards. And number 2, if you have some shards to work with, it's a faster way you can do it. So, with 0 shards, we're going to put on Mark of the Sword for the extra base damage and base defense. And as I said, we're going to use Gatherer's Charm. You could switch that out if you'd like to for something like the White Scars of Toil. For everyone missing HP, we get extra damage. But I think it's just safer to go with the extra movement speed here. So just quickly, we're sitting at 0 shards there. So we'll go on into the vault. Okay, XP gain is totally fine. Let's go in. So we're going to take the ability right here. We can start with the needles. We're actually going to go up this way and go for the other scrolls early game here. So we're just not really powerful enough without any shards or anything to take on the shrine pylon sort of things. Okay, we're not really seeing anything we like here. We'll take Flame Strike. Yeah, we're not really strong enough super early on to take them on. So we're just going to say, you know what? We'll just run around and grab the abilities first, and then we'll do it. Let's take some Thick Hide here just for extra defense. Okay. All right, now we're going to take Aura here as well. I can probably just start at this point with this one over here. Since we're right in front of it, we'll turn on our main attack. We haven't been using our main attack to start with here. We do like having the extra HP on this run, so let's take that. In fact, that is one you can consider duplicating. So, metabolism is actually not too bad for a little bit of extra regeneration. Probably not my #1 choice, but until we get to level 5, not really that many things that are too important to take. You can take Swift Feet. As you can see, the first one, yeah, it's going to take you a while. Let's see. Magic damage is not too bad. We can take that one. It's going to boost us up here a little bit. Okay. Let's roll, because what we want to see... we'll use a potion over here, because what we really want to see is these 2 to show up. What we're going to do is take a duplication tincture and grab the extra main weapon damage there. It's going to be a huge main weapon boost for us here. It's going to increase the Thorn Fist's damage by a significant margin as well. Alright, so this first one is going to be the most painful of all of them to crack. We actually don't really need the weapon debuff. That was just to get the other stuff to show up for us there. We do like thick hide though, so we can take that. We'll turn off our main weapon now. And now we're just going to do the loop, but we're going to continue in this direction because why not? Lightning strikes are also not too bad to take here. Clears out the enemies quicker for us. Okay, so going backwards through this place is also kind of interesting when you're used to going in the other direction. You can also try and scoop up more XP as we go here. The extra levels is going to be really nice. Attack speed is alright. Having extra regeneration is okay too. Got attack speed here for now. Grab some extra XP there. As you can see, the time to kill on these things is increasing a little bit. 50% crit. You know what? It's a pretty big increase. We'll take it. Okay. Let's continue on our way. We'll just grab that XP before we run off. Pickup range is alright too. Let's go for the pickup range here. Okay, can we still get this done in like under 4 minutes or so? I don't know. We'll find out. Got one more to crack after the one over here. Okay. Sit nice and still. Take all the damage. Excellent. All right. 40%. Yes, please. Now, we probably could have been duplicating some more of this stuff earlier on, I guess, but that's all right. We'll do it at a little bit further in here. Let's go. Crit bonus is an interesting one to actually duplicate here. We'll go crit bonus. Because our Thorn Fists will take advantage of the crit bonus that we have. So, actually not too bad. You don't have to duplicate that one, to be honest with you. It doesn't really matter what you duplicate in here too much. You could also duplicate some HP. That's probably one of the other ones that you might want to consider. See if we can get the HP to show up. Oh, we got our mini boss to show up here. We'll keep going on the crit bonus here. Okay, we're just going to have to kite him around a little bit, but that's all right. Here we go. We did get base health. Why don't we do a dupe over here? A little bit of extra health is going to be pretty nice for the final section. Here's Piercing Winds, and we actually do really like Piercing Winds here too. So it's kind of a little busy here right now, unfortunately. Okay, we did get more main weapon damage to show up here, which is great though. We can just Thorn Fist him too. We'll get the Spirit Warrior in on the action. Why not? Just use the Thorn Fist to our advantage there. Get rid of him quicker. Don't worry about your HP. As you can see, we're totally fine here at the moment. These guys are kind of getting in our way a little bit here, though. Take health and defense? Yeah, why not? It's not a bad one to take. Okay, unfortunately, this last one, we're getting totally surrounded here, so it's actually taking us a little bit of time to sort of get through it all. We can take crit chance, though. Okay, defense is nice. Okay, we almost got it. And we can just head on in. Take the bulwark. Alright, we did it. Very good. Go wake Daddy up. We only got half health, which is not necessarily ideal. We can take some regenerative defense, but we'll be okay. Good morning. Okay, once he does that, just step off him for a little bit. Wait for him to sort of wake up again. And we are going to take advantage of a revive from the revive station to get this done. As you can see, though, just totally melts him. 401. We just missed out on the sub for a minute there, which is unfortunate. Okay. That is 4-minute clear time with 0 shards. We did have green gear, but 0 shards and no duelist spark. So now I want to show you a run on the Cleric here with the Duelist Spark equipped and with 300 shards invested. So got 100% crit bonus and 100% damage. I'll show you the difference a run like this can make. So this time, let's put a few in. They've got boss health, which isn't great. Okay. Let's put in 3, and we're going to run it like this. We'll see how we do. Okay, let's start with Aura this time. We'll go around. Okay. And we're just going to destroy this thing as quickly as we can, hopefully, before the enemies get too close to us. Let's take the movement speed upgrade right here. Okay, we move on. You know what? We'll take crit bonus because that goes with our build here. We got replacing a scroll with a tome, which is also pretty useful. So it means we get to actually choose. Let's just take our flame strike right here. We also don't mind taking a bit of thick hide just to be a little bit more defensive for the boss. Okay, they changed the health on these things, so we're not able to just casually one-shot them at this rate. Higher up when you have more Torment Shards to work with, you still totally can. Do some pretty cheesy stuff still, but when you have this sort of range, I want to show you at what I guess it is more reasonable sort of level. I actually don't mind taking Spirit Dude here. His dash impact and help us get a little bit more XP as we're going on. Crit chance is also not too bad, although we just hit level 5, so maybe we should have rolled right there, but that's fine. Okay. Give me a Spirit Dude, help me out. There we go. Taking on some hits here, but really like our dedication. Let's duplicate that one. Alright, now we want weapon damage. Perfect. We also really like the movement speed right here too. Why do we do that? Still attacking. Stop attacking while we're running around because it's faster with the rings on. Let's see. We didn't really get anything that great here. We'll go lightning strikes. It's good for taking on the extra ads that are going to be, you know, running around. Actually, which one do we duplicate? You know what? Why don't we go with some aura, some extra aura fun right here. You know what? We'll just veer slightly for the health pickup right there too. Since we didn't end up taking any HP on level ups, we probably should actually do that right now. Can we get any to show? Here we go. Beautiful. Okay, once he gets half health and he sort of does his transform, you want to just hop off him for a second. And then just hop back on. Use our revives in the process, but that's why they're there, so... There we go. What do we do? A minute 49, a minute 50, a minute 51. You can see the sort of difference having a few shards. If you have up over 1,000 shards, you can drop it down closer to a minute, but... So the idea overall is pretty simple with this process. You go and do your normal high torment runs, and once you have a collection of gold, you go into the vaults there, you speed run as quickly as you can. I would not recommend putting any more than 3 at a time. I would say if you have millions of gold sitting here, go ahead, put 10 or 20 in and have fun. But if you're wanting to be efficient with shard farming, probably run no more than 3 in there at a time. There you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed that one. Hope you found it useful. If you did, smash subscribe. Let me know with a comment down below if there's anything else that you need guides for this game. With that, I hope you all have a fantastic, amazing day. Hope you all take it easy out there. Have a good one.